What's going on, everybody? This is Gaza back here with another Football Manager 2020 experiment video. This is episode 6 of the David Turnbull experiment, the second episode where he's at Celtic. Well, started off at Celtic even. So we're going to search him and see if he is still playing at Celtic. So he is still at Celtic. Valued at £11 million, now on 9.25k per week until the 31st of May 2023, so another season. So he's had one cap now for Scotland, not scoring any, but he's had 17 under 21 caps, scoring 2 under 21 goals. So he seems to really starting to play football more often. I know that he's only had, across the 3 seasons, he's only had 33 league appearances, scoring 4 goals at Celtic, but it's a start. It's impressive to see where he's going. So in the second season, he played less games. Actually, let me see, in the first season. So, in the second season, he played less games in the first team for Celtic than he did the first season. He had 7 appearances, scoring 2 goals. So, he scored twice in the season at first team level, having 1 assist again on a 0.94 average rating. He's doing... They're looking at his average rating, obviously that's his best season, his average rating, but he's doing well as a young player and he's developing into a really good player. This could make him get quite a good move if he continues to be known in Football Manager. But his non-competitive games, he had 16 games, 3 in the bench, so he came off. He actually played 19 times on non-competitive games, 2 assists, 1 yellow card, 1 red card, and 6.95 rating. But look at this, no, sorry, that was the Cup, 1 game in the Cup, 1 assist, 7.3 average rating. He obviously played at continental level. He came off the bench, and for Scotland that's where it would have been. But let's have a look at the 2021-22 season, how he done. He had played 15 times in the league for Celtic, scoring 2 goals again, 1 assist, no player of the match awards, and an average rating of 6.81. Yeah, he's definitely done alright there. He's scored 2 goals in continental competitions and appearances. Yes, he's had 6 appearances in Europe. We will have a look at his Yes, we'll have a look at milestones to see what he's done in the last few years. So, as you see, he was named, where we left off there, the winners of the Ladbrokes Premiership. So in 2020, he was named in Ladbrokes Premiership Team of the Week. 2020, he made his international debut versus Israel. In 2020, he was named Scotland Under-21's vice-captain. 2020, he was runners-up in the Betfred Cup with Celtic. Then he won the Reserve Cup with Celtic Reserves, won the Reserve League with Celtic Reserves as well. In 2021 he won the Ladbrokes Premiership for the second time with Celtic, and 2021 he won the Betfred Cup in the 2021-22 season. The season just finished there, and in 2022 he won the Ladbrokes Premiership for a 3rd time. So he's... well actually, yes, it would have been... Yes, 3rd time. See if that is... 6 medals he's won at Celtic. So, doing very well, as you can see there, competitions. So, he's done quite well as a player, David Turnbull. So we'll have a look at where Celtic finished in the league, of course. So leagues in focus. So it would have been the 2020-21 season. So Celtic winning the league on 98 points. I think that was better than the first season. Yes, it was well better than the first season. They had Motherwell coming in for that, might have gave a big chance with the budgets and things, but from the Turnbull sale. So Celtic dominating the Scottish Premiership again. Arbroath finishing bottom on 20 points. They actually got promoted, man. How are they doing? Yes, they literally came right up, won the championship and relegated from Premiership. Yeah, massive chance for David Turnbull to kick on in this experiment. So Celtic won the league with 95 points in the season there, 2021-22 season. They played very well again, winning the league. Motherwell finishing fourth, by the way, but they have really kicked on in this experiment, and David Turnbull's doing well for them. But we will look at the schedule to see how they got on in European competitions. So they didn't qualify for the Champions League. They did qualify, but not. They lost in the playoff round of the Champions League. I mean, into the Europa League. So we will see how they done there. So they qualified out of the group. What a run they had there in the Europa League group stages in Group E in the 2020-21 season. They played 6-1-6, drew none, lost none, scored 15 goals and didn't concede a goal, and had a goal difference of 15 on 18 points. So they smashed that group. So let's see, would it be the first knockout round? Yes, they lost to Manchester United 3-1 in aggregate. Actually drew with them there. So that was not too bad that season. So then it would have been the 2021-22 season. Just the season finished there. They managed to qualify for the Champions League from the third qualifying round. Let's see what happened in that group. So they had Real Madrid, Manchester City and Brøndby in the group, and Real Madrid won with 16 points, Manchester City with 30 and Celtic on 6, and Brøndby didn't have any points. To be honest, even to get 6 points in that group was going to be tough, but they managed to get through to the knockout stages of the Europa League, so at least they were still in Europe after the Christmas. And yeah, to be in a group with Real Madrid and Manchester City, it's going to be hard to get out. So Euro Cup first knockout round, Celtic were put out by Borussia Mönchengladbach 4-3 in aggregate. They drew 2 each, so again going out first knockout round, but they have really done well since the start of the save. At least they're getting to the knockout rounds of a European competition. So we're going to now fast forward to 3 years in the future to 2025. So we'll see you back in the 1st of June 2025. So now we have arrived at the 1st of June 2025. We are going to look to see how David Turnbull is getting on. And Turnbull. So he's now at PSV, but he's been at quite a few clubs. He's valued at 14.25 mil, 15.75k per week until the 30th of June 2035. So, 2025. 25 years old, had 3 caps for Scotland, no goals. So maybe he's going to be moving again, possibly. So let's have a look at the career stats. So when we left off, he was at Celtic and then he went to Porto. So FC Porto signed him, and he had 7 appearances, no goals, no assists, a 6.83 average rating. Then he went to this team on loan in Portugal. I don't know how to pronounce them. I'll just say VIT because it has the first bit. Are they in top division in Portugal? Yeah, well, according to that, they were. Yes, they are in Portugal. On loan, he played 12 games for them, league games, scoring 3 times, having 1 assist and 1 player of the match, and a 7.06 average rating. Continental, he had played 2 games. Didn't score any. He had a 7.7 average rating. Then he went out on loan to Sion in Swiss League. Played 31 matches, scored 2 goals, had 7 assists and no player of the match awards, and a 7.09 average rating, his highest yet. And that is amazing to see how he's progressed. So then in the 2024-25 season, the season that's just finished, he was loaned out to PSV and they paid 235k. Actually, and Sion had paid 1.3 mil, and he played 17 games for PSV, scoring 0 goals, had 1 assist, 0 player of the match awards, and a 6.63 average rating. This is more like what I wanted to see in the save. I want to see his profile first. So he only played 3 league games for Celtic in 3 years. Obviously went to Porto. Well, he's on loan. He's still at Porto, but he's on loan from Porto, if you get what I mean. So let's have a look at the milestones to see what he has done. So starting off obviously with Celtic winning the league 3 times, of course. Then was bought by Porto for £4 million. That hasn't done anything yet at Porto because he's pretty much been out on loan after actually 6 months there, and then out on loan. Didn't do anything in Portugal, but at Sion, 2023-24 Supporters Player of the Year, and then obviously nothing much at PSV. Yeah, he's done alright. That's a cheap bargain, even though he was valued at like 11 million when he moved to PSV. We're going to have a look at the league table for the last 3 seasons since he left the club. So Celtic still dominating in the Scottish Premiership on 96 points. Motherwell up in 5th, qualifying for the Europa Conference League. Then the next season again, Celtic winning it on 93 points, a lot closer. Hamilton up in 3rd, Motherwell were 7th. And then the 2024-25 season, Celtic win again on 109 points, and Rangers in 2nd on 79 points. Jeez. So in 5th place, Motherwell finished there on 61 points and qualified for the Europa Conference League again. So pretty much not much has changed for Celtic, but for David Turnbull, he's having an alright career. He's taking it to the European leagues. Getting a move to Porto was big. I'm happy that he moved to Porto, obviously out on loan at PSV. He's played at some decent clubs, by the way. It's not just like he's moved away and obviously still at Porto, but is at the end of his. Oh, he's got another year left on his contract at Porto. So, yeah, I think he'll probably either have another season at Porto and then move on, or he'll. I don't know what he's going to do with his career, because let's see if he's happy. So. Yeah, he's no plans for future, short-term plans. So, he's doing alright. David Turnbull is a well-known name for football fans across Europe. So, still won 6 trophies in his time there at Celtic, but I thought he maybe would have stayed at Celtic a lot longer, but he hasn't. Let me have one more look at information. So his reputation is 4 stars. Yeah, he's done alright. Doesn't have any what you call it. Doesn't have any team that he supports according to this yet, so we'll wait and see what happens in the next episode, because when we come back for the next episode we'll be 5 years into the future at 2030. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the series, and do remember to comment, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'm signing out now.